Assalamualaikum everyone. How are you all? I hope you all are fine at your home. So children, today we do Maths of Standard 7, chapter number 10, problem set 41. So before we proceed with our exercise, let's revise some basic terms. So what is a bank? So a bank is a government recognized institution that carries out financial transactions. So what are the types of accounts? So current account, saving account, recurring deposit account, fixed account, ATM credit and debit cards. So a current account is mainly for traders and those dealing in money on a daily basis. An account holder can deposit or withdraw money any numbers of time in a day and the bank does not pay any interest on the money in these types of account. About saving account, a person can deposit a minimum amount and open a saving account and the bank pays some interest on the basis of the daily credit balance in the account. There are some restrictions on how often money can be withdrawn from this account. Then recurring deposit account means what? In this account, depositor deposits a certain amounts every month for a specified period. For 12, example 12 months, 18 months, etc. And the bank gives an interest on the deposit which is more than that paid for the saving account. And after the maturity period, the depositor gets the principal with interest. Understood children? And the second last is the fixed deposit. So a depositor deposits a certain amount for a fixed rate in the bank and these deposits attract a greater rate of interest and then the saving account. However, these rates are different in different banks. Senior citizens get a slightly greater rate of interest than the usual. And the last one is ATM credit and the debit card. So what is mean by ATM? What is the full form of ATM? So ATM means automatic teller machine. Card is used to the withdraw cash without going to a bank. A credit card or debit card is used to carry out transaction without using cash. An account holder can get such a card on request to the bank. A passbook is issued for saving account and a recurring deposit account. Understood students? So let's start our exercise. So all these sums of this exercise are problem sums. So let's get started. Now the first question. Children, you can refer the textbook for the questions. So our first question is, if Rihanna deposits rupees 1500 in school saving bank at 9 PCPA. So PCPA means what? Percent per year or annum. For 2 years. So what is the total amount she will get? Okay, so the solution is going to be P means principal. How much? Rupees 1500. R means rate of interest, that is 9 PCPA, and T means the period, so that is going to be 2 years. And what we have to find? We have to find interest and we have to find the amount after she got the interest. Okay, I hope you all are understood. So what we have to write it down from the question or these things from given in the questions. Okay, you all can refer the textbook and these two things we have to find. So what is the formula for finding interest? That is, interest is equal to P multiplied by R multiplied by T divided by 100. So that is going to be, P is how much? That is 1500. Okay, so R is how much? 9 and T is how much? 2 divided by 100. So first these two zeros will be or will get reduced, and once you multiply all this you are going to getting I is equal to 270. Means when we you multiply 15 multiply 9 into multiply 2, then you will get 270 rupees. Okay, so we have got 270 as a interest. Now we have to find A. So what is the formula for A? So A means amount. A is the principal plus interest. So what is the principal? 1500 plus interest, that is 270. So when you add this both term, then you will get 1770. So Rihanna will get rupees 1770 rupees. Okay, got it? Isn't it? Is it clear, children? And this is the revision sum of the last year that we have done. So this the continuation of that chapter only. Now let's do the next question. So the question is, children, you can refer from textbook also. So our question is what? Jethalal took a housing loan of rupees 2,50,000 from a bank at 10 PCPA for 5 years. So what is the yearly interest he must pay and the total amount he returned to the bank? Okay, so first we'll write the given data. So what is the P? So P is rupees 2,50,000. So how much is R? Is 10 PCPA. T is equal to 5 years and I we have to find and A we have to find. Got it, children? So now over here the problem is going to be term we have got 5 years. We need to first find for 1 year. So first we will find what is the interest, then we will find for 5 years. Okay, so again the same formula, that is I is equal to P into R into T upon 100. So is equal to 2,50,000 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 1 divided by 100. So why we are taking 1 over here instead of 5? Children, because first we need to find the amount of 1 year. Okay, why 1 year? Because in the questions they have given what is the yearly interest. Yearly interest means 1 year interest, and then what will be a 5 years, that we have to find. That is why we are taking y, because it is mentioned in the questions what is the yearly interest. Okay, so we have taken this. So where here this 20 get reduced, and once you multiply it you will be get rupees 25,000. Got it? So therefore I for 5 years will be 25,000 multiplied by 5, isn't it? So this is the amount of 1 year. So we have to find the amount of 5 years. Therefore we have multiplied it and we are going to get, means after multiplying we get 1,25,000. Got it? So this is the interest for 5 years. Interest for 5 years is 1,25,000 and interest for 1 year is 25,000. So therefore now A is equal to P plus I. Now I over here we have to took the amount of 5 years, that is 1,25,000. So A is how much? We have to find it. So rupees 2,50,000 plus 1,25,000. When we add this, we are going to get rupees 3,75,000. Got it, children? So over here we have to write yearly with yearly interest. Is that we have found it, and this how much? Rupees 25,000, and he totally paid rupees how much? That is 3,75,000 to the bank. Is it clear? Now children, first we found interest for 1 year, then we found for 5 years, then we found the amount, and for amount we took the instead of 5 years, and then we add them. So let's move towards the next question. So you can refer textbook also. So question is, Shrikant deposited rupees 85,000 for 2.5 years at 7 PCPA in saving bank account. So what is the total interest he received at the end of the period? Okay, so again what is P? P is equal to rupees 85,000. R is 7 PCPA and D is 2.5 years. Okay, so we need to find interest. Okay, over here we have to only find interest. Now the amount, so I is equal to P multiplied by R multiplied by T divided by 100. Okay, so 85,000 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 2 upon, means 2.5 upon 100. Okay, now over here what we have to do? So first reduce these 2 zeros. So this is going to be changed to 850 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 2.5. So here 2 into 2 means 2 to the 4 and 4 plus 1. So here 5 upon 2, or you can directly take 2.5 also. So 850 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 5 upon 2. Okay, so when we do this operation you are going to get the answer as rupees 14,875. I hope you all know how to do the reduction, or you can multiply it then divided by 2, then you will be get this answer. So Shrikant will receive rupees 14,875 at the end. Got it? Is it clear? Let's move to the next question. Now the fourth question is, at a certain rate of interest, the interest after 4 years on rupees 5,000, principal is rupees 1,200. So what would be the interest on rupees 15,000 at the same rate of interest for the same period? Okay, so this is the fourth question. So P is rupees 5,000, T is 4 years, and I is rupees 1,200. So we need to find R. We have to find R. Okay, so what we need to find, children? We need to find rate of interest. So therefore I is equal to P multiplied by R multiplied by T divided by 100. So over here we have the interest, that is 1,200. 1,200, and P we having P, that is 5,000, or R we have to find. Okay, or multiply by 4. So upon 100. Okay, so when we do this operation, means first we reduce these two zeros. So when we do this operation, you are going to get R is equal to 6. Then how? So first multiply it and then divide it by 1,200. Okay, or you can do it in this way. 1,200 is equal to 50 multiplied by R multiplied by 4. Okay, so multiply it, and you are going to get 200. So 200 divided by 1,200, got it? So you will get answer, that is R is equal to 6, means 12 6 are 12, 2 6 are 12. Okay, now and 0 will be reduced. So now the interest is directly proportional to the principal. The rate remain constant. Okay, so what we have to do over here? We have to use a direct proportion method. Okay, so let the interest on rupees 15,000 be x. Therefore x upon 15,000 is equal to 1,200 divided by 5,000. Therefore x is equal to, means I hope you all know how to write in direct proportion. We have done in last chapter also. Over here, after getting the R, we have to follow the direct proportion method. Therefore x is equal to means 1,200 divided by 5,000. And the link will be provided into a description box for direct proportion, so that it will be refreshed in your mind. So how multiplying both the sides by 15,000? So we are going to get x is equal to, means when you do this operation, you are going to get 3,000, means 3,600 as x. So what was the x? So x is the interest. Therefore interest is rupees 3,600. Therefore, the interest received on rupees 15,000 is rupees 3,600. Okay, now let's move to the next question. And our question is, if Pankaj deposits rupees 1,50,000 in a bank at 10 PCPA for 2 years, so what is the total amount he will get from the bank? Then the solution is, here P is equal to how much? 1,50,000. R is equal to how much? 10 PCPA. And T is equal to 2 years. And A we have to find. Is it clear? Or now in the same formula we will write it, that is P multiplied by R multiplied by T divided by 100. Means I is equal to. Okay, so this is going to be 1,50,000 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 2 divided by 100. Okay, so this 0 cut and this 0 cut, so you have to multiply, then you are going to get your I, that is how much? 30,000. Got it? It after multiplying with this number, you going to get your I. So now A is equal to P plus I. So your P was rupees 1,50,000 plus 30,000. So when you add this, you are going to get rupees 1,80,000. So Pankaj will get rupees 1,80,000. Is it clear to everyone? So children, if there is any doubts, any queries, please let me know in comment section. Inshallah, I will try to solve your queries. For more videos, subscribe our channel, like it and share it. See you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.